Davies, helping dads around the world basically try and ditch the dad bod without giving up, the usual things that we enjoy like beer and pizza without sacrificing time with the kids and stuff as well. So that's about who I coach. Before I started working with you, essentially had been through previous mentorship that helped me set my business up, and then moved to a place where I was getting help with people helping me with my content. And then from there, just felt like, ultimately I had set a really good foundation in my business, but just hadn't necessarily tightened all the screws that I needed to. And in the short time we've been working together, and even through the school challenge that you put together, not the challenge, I guess the free community, right, for 28
Yeah.
days, just saw immediate value, and ultimately now want to take the business to the next level with you past the 10K months and beyond.
Yeah, nice. I think we first spoke when what was it? It was fucking probably like 11 months ago, 10 months ago, when you were hiring a VA and you dropped a question about that. Yeah, a lot changes, isn't it? It's almost like you lay the foundations for people to sign up in the future, isn't it? So give us a quick rundown, because we've went through like a lot today. My fucking notes are smashed here. A lot obviously fulfillment, the marketing aspect, the sales is one of those ones that we ran through, but it's going to take repetitions to improve and get better on. What were some of the main takeaways today for you, mate?
Yeah, 100%. So it's good to get that sort of full end-to-end overview of my business and then just see the areas which could be, better really. And I think my offer and fulfillment is in a pretty good place, but my content could have probably slightly less structure to enable me to be a bit more creative and ultimately take some of the overwhelm away. And then I think, albeit I've come from a corporate world where I was in a sales environment, in a B2B environment, just how to tighten those screws up for a B2C environment, given that people are probably a bit more emotional in their personal life, and having a bit more worries is going to be key, I think. So yeah, I think it's the sales element is obviously the key part, and that's coming from someone with huge experience in that area as well, and just like tightening up a few things, and putting yourself in someone else's shoes, which previously, when you're selling to a business that's going to make a decision in a year's time or through a tender, just doesn't necessarily need to apply. So I think they're the big key takeaways. Outside of that, just making sure that I'm asking the right questions and giving people the right kind of responses, whether that be in the DMs or post signing up, that they expect, so they feel like they're part of something bigger than just a guy coaching, right?
Yeah, 100%. You definitely don't want to give Gen Pop people that have been out of shape for 5, 10 years another year to go think about whether they want to do something about it. So
Exactly.
I mean, you're obviously, like you mentioned, somebody who done the 28-day trial. We've literally just changed it like 7 days. I don't think I've asked you this, but what was the thing where or what was the point where you knew that actually I want to maybe do the one-to-one here? Was there just a certain bit of value that you got? Was it just being part of the group? Was it seeing the other ones? What, what was it?
I think I'd been looking at I'd been looking at mentorships and joining webinars of other people and getting hit by everyone, business mentorship ideas on Instagram all the time. And I think, having come from where I'd come from previously, I just kind of feel like I needed more attention, more one-to-one attention, as someone to actually be in my business, as opposed to be in it for 20 minutes here and there and actually not able to pinpoint accurately what was wrong. And I think I saw enough in the school community where there were things that I would have expected, i.e., DM scripts or other bits of content that just had an added little bit of detail in. And I think the one thing, not that pushed me over, because I think I was looking for a service like this and had been researching, but I think like the way in which your DM scripts and how we had that conversation, and you made it like simpler and easier, not just for me, but for my VA to communicate that, and for the person who is reading that to respond in a way that will get them to the next question, removing confusion away from my VA that was then putting pressure onto me, was like that in itself has like unlocked more conversations, unlocked more leads, unlocked more sales. And that was day 2 or 3 in the 28-day school community,
Yeah.
right? So from there on, having then joined the rest of the calls, seeing everyone else, and seeing how much value they were getting out of it, I just knew that the investment would be paid back. Do you know what I mean? It would be something that helped me grow as opposed to just stand still.
Yeah, love it. It is just like a pipeline where you just got to do the next, the next, the next thing. Do you know what I mean? It's and that's what we're looking at today, I guess, from the fulfillment standpoint of just putting those activation points in as well. That'll help the retention and the LTV, which will have a knock-on effect on this and that. It'll mean when people stay longer, there's a higher chance of them referring. It's like a fucking domino, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And when you're looking at the DM script, the first thing you want is somebody to fucking reply. And people overcomplicate the first message. It's too much of a closed question or it's too much of an open question versus just making it fucking easy for somebody. I think it helps how simple I am personally. Because if I can't read the fucking thing or I can't respond to it easily, nobody else is gonna fucking do it. Do you know what I mean? So it's yeah, it's about dialing it down, focusing on the things that are going to move you forward. And probably right now, with the structure that you have, calls are being booked, leads are coming in. Sales is probably that biggest thing where I think if you record the sales calls I asked you to, send them over. We don't just watch them, but we review them and we make them better. Then that has a huge compounding effect. I mean, obviously, we tinkered around the price a little bit, a little slightly change on the offer, um, upwards. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where the next 3, 4 months. Because I laughed at you on the call because I was like, I ain't giving you any fucking guarantees of what we're going to achieve here. And then you were
Mhm.
like, "Well, do you think I could achieve this in 12 months?" I was like, "We're going to do that in two less." So like, yes, I'll guarantee you that one, but nothing else.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting, mate. But nice, dude. Anything else that you want to add to it, or is that pretty much everything?
No, mate, that's pretty much everything. I think like so far you've added value to the business, more so than what my investment has been so far. So at the moment it's rosy and I'm just excited to see where it goes, mate. And I think let's make it 2 months rather than 6 months and then
Yeah,
start thinking about the next milestone.
yeah. It's all downhill from here, mate. This was the best it's going to get. It's all downhill from here.